Hey guys, we got the Scorn of Antenolla trial extreme on the global server, so we're going to be going in with a first clear. We've got a lot to do today, so this is going to be my quick and easy clear using kind of expensive units and gear, but we're going to be going back for budget clears later in the day, or possibly tomorrow. So we're going to start off with Cecil. The key things with him is he has 200% fire and earth resist. And we're dual wielding katanas so he can help break the gauge a little bit. The gauge is weak to katana, rod, and whip. The whole team is status immune because I'm not buffing status immunity. If you're using a buffer, you don't need that, but, I'm not. Zahn is dual wielding whips, and he's passive provoke evasion. We might not even get to the point where you need provoke. You don't even need provoke until turn, 6 or 5 or something. We might be finished by then. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. But anyway, he's dual wielding whips for breaking the gauge. He's also going to spread buffs, and he is passive provoke evasion. Infernal Fire Rain is wearing a little bit of Esperfill gear, and he's going to be a breaker. He's going to help break the gauge with dual wield katanas, but he's also going to be providing the plant killer buff, which is the primary thing he's doing. And that's pretty much it. He's not really here for DPS. Yoshikiri in the base form is using a tiny bit of Esperfill, but he's mostly going to be in his shift form, where he's geared for plant killer, but mostly he's a buffer, and apparently for some reason it unequipped the whips I had on him. I don't understand why. This is weird. So we're using the hidden chain. Why did it unequip his stuff? That's so strange. And it was a rod that was high magic for breaking the gauge. Sacrosanct staff. So strange. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're using on him. There we go. And he's going to be imbuing ice, providing stat buffs, etc. And then Starlight Elena is the star of the show. We're going to be going with an ice team with Yoshi's imbue. Something to keep in mind with Elena is the boss absorbs water and light element, so she cannot use her own imbue. She needs either an elemental weapon or external imbue. So mine's geared pretty well. She got 300% plant killer, decent attack and magic, and immune to statuses. We're not using the shift form, so I didn't even gear it, because we're not using it. And then we're taking Tyserius. He built a nice Elena, better than mine. What's new? But same thing. I'm pretty sure he's at 300%. We're not using the shift, so who cares? 300% plant killer. Yep, looking good. Okay, let's give this a try. My first global attempt. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're not going to swipe with Cecil. Let me reset that turn. Alright guys, sorry about that. Okay, so this time we're going to swipe on Cecil. We're not going to press on Cecil. Made that mistake. Yeah, these autocasts kind of mess it up. The units are unresponsive while autocasts are happening, and that's why that happened. There we go. Okay, so Cecil is going to cover, and we're going to break with Cecil. We're going to use Saint Breaker on the flower. Not only does that break the gauge a tiny amount because he's dual wielding katanas, it also applies the breaks for us. Rain is going to do his triple cast unlock and a plant killer buff. Yoshi is going to shift. Alright, now we're going to wombo combo. We're going to Hikomori to unlock his triple. Then we're going to imbue ice, and we'll just do it twice. That also imperils everything to ice. Alright, Elena is now going to Magnus and double revitalizing. That's an AoE attack, because we need to kill those little flower things. All the little leaves. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this first. That Magnus for Elena also puts up a 300% attack and magic buff. So we're going to Reflector. We're going to steal the attack and magic buff from Elena. We're going to steal the killer from Rain. And we're going to spread those buffs to extend that for 4 extra turns. Normally her Magnus only lasts for 1 turn. We've extended it for 4 extra. Okay, so we're covering with Cecil. He has 200% fire and earth resist. Because of that, we don't really need any buffs for him to survive because it's all elemental. Alright, so Cecil's going to go ahead and summon an Esper for that mission. Range is going to triple a hit to start breaking the gauge a little bit. Doesn't really matter. He's not for damage. And Zahn is going to triple Vicious Strike to break the gauge. And Elena is now going to triple cast Gemini Blade, which is her good damage skill. So we're going to triple cast Gemini Blade. And then Yoshi is going to triple cast. We're going to refresh the Imbue and then do 2 cast of Ninjutsu something or other. Alright, so we're going to wait for the gauge to break. You know, it's pretty slow, but Zahn will get there. I'm not entirely sure if Zahn's going to break it by himself. If he doesn't, we'll send off Yoshi first, Unchained, to finish off the gauge. Yoshi is dual-wielding a whip and a rod. But I think Zahn should probably get it all the way. We're going to find out in a moment after he finishes doing his thing. He's so slow. Oh, he didn't get it. Okay. Yoshi, take care of that for us, please. And we'll just have to do the rest with Elena like this. It should be fine. Elena is the primary damage here, not Yoshi, as you say. Okay, so we're going to finish it off next turn. Yeah, we didn't quite get it all the way with Yoshi. You know, sad face. Or Zahn, I mean. Okay, so that's the trial. There it is, 3 turns. So I'll be going back later in the day for, you know, more budget clear if you don't have this specific team. This is a really specific team to get it done. But like I said, we got a lot going on today. Gotta do some summons, gotta do some new bosses. So I wanted to knock out a quick and easy clear, get an upload out there, and we'll go for some slower, cheaper clears later in the day. All missions. Okay. Hope it's been helpful, and sorry for misclicking Cecil at the start of the fight. That made it a little bit messy. My bad. Later.